What is going on, obscure mic people? Bark in the studio with you again. Talking on the Beyerdynamic M99. It's no haircut November, even though it's January. It's weird. I'm getting a lot of hair. Why am I talking about that? Anyways, today is a double review. CAD Podmaster Super D, CAD Podmaster D. Right? I think that's right. Yeah, Podmaster D, Podmaster Super D, USB mics. Being honest, I'm trying to clear out the USB microphone stash, and I've had these for years. Like, I have had these for 2 or 3 years, easy, and it's time to review them and send them to new homes. The Podmaster Super D XLR is a bassy baby, and it's been so long since I've used this one. But the build quality is excellent. This one's definitely a good bit cheaper. Let's go ahead and look at them in some B-roll, and then we'll test them out side by side, back and forth, whatever, and have a real good time doing it. All right, so we've got the Podmaster D and the Super D here. We've got microphone volume up and down buttons on the Super D. We've got a touch mute button here, a clicky mute, and a headphone jack for what I assume is latency-free monitoring. On the bottom of this microphone, you've got a weird, kind of a weird thing going on. We've got the USB A to A. So A to A, weird. And it does come with an A to A cable, as seen here. Kind of uncommon, but I kind of like it. The Podmaster regular D, which is the 6-inch version versus the 8-inch version. No, that's not right. Don't listen to me. We've got a silly echo button, and we've got a volume knob. Both are knobs, neither are really buttons. And then we've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack with this as well. This, though, has a printer style cable on the bottom. Again, this feels exactly how it looks. This one, if you can tell what it looks like, which is like a BM800, that's also what it feels like. Not a premium feel at all. This, however, feels just like the Super D XLR. Heavy, feels good in the hand, really well built. Kind of excited to hear this again because it's been a while. All right, so now we're going to hook them up one at a time, go back and forth. I probably won't do quick back and forth. So let's go through one, then go through the other. I think the difference is going to be obvious. All right, first things first, we got the CAD Podmaster D. End-address dynamic USB microphone, and the first thing you notice is there's some noise going on. I know I'm holding it by hand, but even in a mount, it was still doing the same thing. My cord just doesn't reach. I've set my PC, Mac, whatever, up a little further away than normal to clean off the desk a little bit, so I need to get a longer USB cord. Not today. I'm not going to waste all that effort on this. I'll be quiet so you can hear the noise floor, which is rough. In the headphones, it's a little tweety, like the X-Bird. But yeah, let's play with the Echo. Echo. Oh yeah, woo! I love Echo. Echo on a USB mic, killer. Thank God we got that. Not really. I'm kidding. It's stupid. I'm sure somebody gets use out of it. It's fine. Yeah, woo! Don't love the sound of this one on my headphones. But I also don't know what it sounds like played back yet, so let me check that out real quick. I will say it's not as bad through my studio monitors as it is through the headphones. So headphone amp, kind of sucky. Sound otherwise not terrible, not great. A little funky, little weird boxy hollowness going on to my ears through the monitors. Let's do the tests. Peter Piper. Ah! Picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple plosives. When you get right on top of the microphone, this is what it sounds like when you're right on top of the D. When you get your mouth all up on that D. Yeah. Now we're going to go off-axis rejection, 90 degrees. That seems to be good. 180. Hand holding this thing at 90 and back around to the front of the microphone. This just doesn't feel quality. Yeah, we're going to go straight to the BB saw. Baby dinosaur. This is a 3. I don't think it's worth buying, especially when this is probably not much more than this, or this is not much more than that, I'm sorry. there's just so many options out there now that this is not going to cut it. Even if you're looking for a USB mic, it's a 3. It's not worth buying. I don't even think it's possibly worth buying for cheap or used. There's too many options these days. So just bypass this one. Let's go to the Super D. Get our mouth up on a Super D. All right, now we're on the Podmaster Super D, hand holding this big old D as well. Feels good. Feels real good. This is a weird one. This microphone build quality feels fantastic. The sound of it through the monitors, in my opinion, not bad. Not bad at all. Now, through the headphone jack, it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's usable. It's pretty good. There is a little bit of buzz in the headphones from the jack, but on listening back, I don't hear that. Now, oddly enough, the up and down volume levels, that's for computer playback. So that's a strange thing. It's for computer playback, not to adjust the sound of the mic. So you adjust the levels for the mic in your computer by turning the input up or down. And this has gain for days. I took it down to about 25%, and I'm hitting -12 on my levels here. What I thought was a mute switch here is this little button that I showed you in the B-roll. It's a monitoring on or off switch. So pressed in and you get latency-free monitoring. Not pressed in, you get no latency-free monitoring. It doesn't mute anything. It doesn't change anything. So really, the controls are mostly useless, but it doesn't sound bad. The build quality's excellent, and I think it's actually a good-looking mic as well. Let's do the tests. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Plosives were not terrible. When you get right on top of the Super D, this is what it sounds like when you got a big old Super D right on your lips. This is what it sounds like. Let's go ahead and do off-axis rejection, talking into the front of the microphone. Now we're going to go 90 degrees off-axis. That's some pretty good off-axis rejection, I think. 180 degrees off-axis rejection. 90 degrees yet again. Slowly back around to the front of the microphone. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like this one. And you can get it pretty cheap if you do find it on the used market. I think, $20, $30 for the Podmaster D, $30, $40 for the Podmaster Super D. And, I do actually like the sound of it on my voice for what it is. I'm not saying it's like the greatest thing ever, but it's not too shabby. So this one on the BB-SAR, I think is a solid 6. I think it's a little above average, worth buying if you find it on the used market for enough. Now, for not enough, but for little dinero. I do believe that there are just so many microphones on the market of all different flavors and prices that I can't just say I recommend it. I just think if you can find it used and cheap and you like the way it sounds, which I kind of do, it's not so bad. The build quality is seriously excellent. The dials, buttons, switches, not really that useful, but USB mics gonna USB, Them USB mics are gonna USB. They're gonna be funky and weird, and this is why I like having the controls of an XLR mic at my fingertips and not really messing with USB unless they bring something really good to the table. This is kind of an old school USB setup, but not bad. I could see myself taking this on the road and using it for just quick pull out of the bag recordings. Pull my D out of the bag, put my lips on it, and have a great podcast or recording or whatever. Anyways, if I can find some links to these, and if you want the D, that's what she said, you can click the link and grab one. But this one's quite all right. Years in the making. Seriously, been sitting around for years. Who knows? Maybe they sounded better 2 or 3 years ago when I bought them. Obscure mics. Podmaster Super D's out of here. And then its little brother, the 6-inch D, is out of here. Maybe the little brother should be a 5-inch D. Maybe it really is in reality a 5-inch D. I don't know. But this is the big one. Girthy. Obscure mics. Peace out.